It's 18th of August today. Three news stories. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmad is giving the cold shoulder to senior US government officials. Jeffrey Feltman, US envoy to the Horn of Africa, who is visiting Ethiopia, could not meet with PM Abiy. Ethiopia US relations are at the lowest ebb. Secondly, 8th batch of Amhara Special Forces graduated today from Amhara Police Training College. Amhara region is conducting massive recruitments in special forces. Thirdly, reportedly today, infighting erupted in Oromo Liberation Army between those factions which are in support of and which are against collaboration with Tigray Defense Force. Reportedly, 4 OLA fighters were killed in this infighting. Secondly, OLA is advancing on southern front with Jal Gulicha leading OLA's operations on southern front. Let's have a look at the first news story. Prime Minister of Ethiopia Abiy Ahmed is giving the cold shoulder to senior US government officials. Jeffrey Feltman, US envoy to the Horn of Africa, is visiting Ethiopia. Reportedly, he could not meet PM Abiy Ahmed. PM Abiy Ahmed was in Eritrea yesterday. He is in Turkey today. No meeting was held between Jeffrey Feltman and Prime Minister of Ethiopia Abiy Ahmed. This is the second time when Ethiopian Prime Minister has snubbed a senior US government official. A few days ago, Samantha Power, head of US aid, visited Ethiopia. She was rebuffed by PM Abiy Ahmed as well. Ethiopia US ties are at the lowest ebb. When Samantha Power could not meet Abiy Ahmed, we thought that since he was very vocal against Ethiopian government, that is why Prime Minister of Ethiopia did not meet with her. But Jeffrey Feltman has not issued any strong statements against Ethiopian government. So it seems that it is now a policy adopted by Ethiopian Prime Minister that he is not going to engage with senior US government officials. Important question is, what will the US do? Will US impose more sanctions on Ethiopian government, or will it try to mend worsening ties with Ethiopia? When Samantha Power visited Ethiopia a few days ago, we heard before her visit that punitive measures could be announced after her visit. No such measures were announced, but then Jeffrey Feltman arrived in Ethiopia. No meeting between Feltman and Abiy. So in coming days, we could see some new strategy adopted by the US government. US appointed Jeffrey Feltman not for the Horn of Africa, but for Ethiopia, because he is mainly concerned with Ethiopian problem, with the dam, with Tigray. But so far, his diplomacy has not worked, viewers. Instead, Ethiopia US diplomatic relations are worsening. While US Ethiopia ties are not very friendly, PM is trying to strengthen its ties with other countries. Today he is in Turkey. He received a very warm welcome in Turkey, viewers. We are waiting for a joint press conference by PM Abiy Ahmed and Erdogan, Turkish president. But we have seen that PM Abiy Ahmed was warmly received in Turkey. Watch this video showing how PM Abiy was received in Turkey. Second news story is about massive recruitments in Amhara regional forces. Today, a ceremony was held, graduation ceremony was held in Debre, Marcos, police training college. Eighth batch of Amhara Special Forces graduated today. Hundreds of newly trained Amhara Forces soldiers are going to join already fighting Amhara forces in Amhara region. So massive recruitments are underway, but I have been saying there for several days that TDF can only be stopped by Ethiopian National Defense Forces. Regional forces can slow down the pace of TDF's advance, but TDF can only be stopped by Ethiopian National Defense Forces, Ethiopian Air Force. These regional forces are not as well equipped as TDF is now. TDF is now in possession of all sorts of heavy weapons, all sorts of long range weapons as well, tanks, artillery pieces. We saw pictures of MLRS-2 yesterday, multiple launch rocket systems. So in order to counter the advance of Tigray Defense Force, only Ethiopian National Defense Forces can play a significant role. These regional forces can only stop the advance of TDF temporarily, but I don't think they're in a position to completely counter the onslaught launched by TDF on Amhara region. Lastly, viewers, reportedly today, infighting erupted in Oromo Liberation Army (OLA). Reportedly, some OLA fighters are not in support of working in collaboration with Tigray Defense Force. 4 casualties are being confirmed. Jal Hachalo is name of one of the fighters who have been killed. The 4 fighters were against collaboration between OLA and Tigray Defense Force. And reportedly dozens of OLA fighters in Western Shua zone have defected. This incident of infighting, it also happened in Western Shoa zone. On southern front, OLA today announced that civilians must stay indoors as in coming days OLA's operations could intensify in Guji and Burana. Jal Gulicha is leading OLA on southern front. In coming days, we could see more clashes between OLA and regional forces in Burana and in Guji. Jal Gulicha is one of the most experienced military commanders of OLA. Jal Gulicha is on southern front, Jalmaro on western front, Jal Bubas on eastern front. OLA has not blocked the road so far which passes through Burana, Addis Ababa, Moale main road which links Ethiopia with Kenya. But there is presence of OLA in Burana. Coming days very crucial. OLA is trying to take control of entire Burana and Guji. Burana is more important than Guji. If OLA takes control of Burana, it can cut off Kenya, Ethiopia road. Though, in my view, OLA will not cut off this road. OLA will not block this road in Burana. It could lead to a counter-offensive from Ethiopian National Defense Forces in the form of airstrikes as well on OLA on southern front. That's what happens. I think for watching.